To this now, the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund will be leading a fun walk tomorrow in tribute to Nelson Mandela's legacy of celebrating his birthday with children. The 5-kilometer walk will begin at the Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital, pass meaningful landmarks and culminate in festivities at the Johannesburg Zoo. The 2024 Children's Celebration will also be a gathering of partner organizations funded by the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. For more on this, let's now welcome the CEO of the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund, Dr. Linda Ngubeng-Nkomo. Doctor, great having you with us. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. Look, Madiba was known for his love of children. The planning of this race or the fun walk, do take us through how it's going to commence. Who are you collaborating with? And of course, how are you going to reach far beyond the scope of Gauteng?
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for having us on the show to tell your viewers about the fun we've got planned for children tomorrow. So this walk is sponsored, the main sponsor for the Nelson Mandela Children's Walk is Nedbank, an amazing partner in the work that we do. So we're going to be walking with little ones, some as young as 3 years old, all the way to about just under 18, from the Children's Hospital, which is our biggest project. So we just want to have the children who are in the hospital to have an opportunity to just get into the hype of the walk. And then we walk, some of them we end up carrying, the little ones that will be with us. And then it ends up at the zoo. So it's a day for fun for children where they're making friends, we're playing, we're singing songs, and just making sure we create a safe space for them to just have just one day of being children in South Africa without worrying about anything except roaring at the lions and all the other animals at the zoo.
Ah, very interesting, Doctor. How cute. 3-year-olds will be walking. I mean, this must have taken quite some time to plan. Also, I mean, taking into account some of them will also be vulnerable. So talk to us about the assistance that they will be receiving as they, of course, undertake as well as embark on the walk.
So we're working with our implementing partners, which is the model that we use at the fund, that they are community-based organizations who are closer to the children than me sitting in Saxonwold. So we're busing children in from all over Gauteng, like you've said, but registered children with caregivers to make sure that the safety is not undermined in any manner, shape or form. But we also opened tickets on Quicket for those families who want to come and spend the day or the greater part of the day walking with their little ones in a safe environment, creating awareness around child safety and protection, one of the pillars of the work that we do at the fund. So this year we're doing it in the form of a fund, but of a walk. But next year we've got plans to do something different as we celebrate 30 years of the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund.
Doctor, look, we understand the walk also aims at raising awareness as well as support for, as previously mentioned as well, vulnerable children across South Africa. And then given the current state of child safety, violence, as well as abandonment of children, as well as the murders that you've seen and the accidents we were just talking about, to those pupils that lost their lives in their tragic accidents on their way to school, how do you think these issues should then be tackled in order to protect children in our societies going forward?
I think we really should not be outsourcing the protection of children to organizations and somebody else. Every single one of us needs to own the responsibility of making sure that the children that we've got access to are safe and protected at all times. It's such a tragedy that we have to be talking about children being killed in an accident and, you know, a mother having to bury 4 of her children. And it's the most heartbreaking thing. And we send our condolences to the families affected. But it is important that as we move forward, we really take on the mantle of creating a safe South Africa at an individual level, rather than waiting for organizations to be saying children are not safe, children are not safe. We've said that for a long time now. Let's take on the responsibility of doing better and creating a different South Africa for them.
Absolutely, Doctor. Now, the 2024 Children's Celebration will also be, of course, a gathering with your partner organizations. Do tell us more about that. What's going to be happening? What should those that will be in attendance actually expect at this momentous occasion?
So we don't want it to be a serious occasion where we're trying to have speeches and be corporate. We really want to have it to be an event where we're having fun. We're talking about the work we do, but in the context of having fun with children. So if you come tomorrow, Alicia, what you're going to find is not a CEO who's giving a formal speech. You're going to find us dancing with children, clap, clap. You know, the things that we did as children. Let's give children an opportunity to do that tomorrow. So it's a really fun day, and we really want anybody who wants to come, don't just pitch up, register on Quicket, because we need to know who is there throughout the day until the children are safely back in their home.
All right. And in closing, a very quick one, Doctor, you know, the new government of national unity has finally taken shape. We've got a new Minister of Women, Children and those living with disabilities. What would you like to see in terms of policy changes as well as amendments, particularly when it comes to the rights of children in this country?
Really would like to see not just the minister, because then it becomes very narrowed, but to see the government of national unity put children right at the top of the agenda and mainstreaming the rights of children, whether we're talking about their health, whether we're talking about the justice system, talking about the schooling system. Let's elevate the rights of children and let's put ourselves in a position where 5 years from now, when we're looking back, we say the government of national unity saw the value in each South African child and created a South Africa that was safe for children in the places where they live, where they go to school, and where they play.